Hey there, welcome back. I'm Simon, and today we're having a look at my 20 add-ons or apps as they now called in Home Assistant. So if you've just started with Home Assistant, you're probably wondering what these apps are used for. So basically what they are is little programs that are added to your Home Assistant that allow you to do a whole lot of useful things. So let's have a look at which ones I'm using. Now, in order to get to your apps within Home Assistant, you click on the Settings gear icon over here and click on the Apps tab over here. Now, I've got 20 of these loaded at the moment that I'm using, but you can easily find a whole lot more by pressing the Install app on the bottom right. And as you can see, we've literally got, I don't know if there's hundreds here, it doesn't actually tell the number, but certainly a lot of them. You can also add additional ones by going along to repositories and pasting the repository in and adding it over here if you can't find it when you search in the App Store. So the first one that I'm using at the moment is the Advanced SSH and Web Terminal. This basically allows me to log into my Home Assistant from a remote location. This is really useful if, for instance, I can't access my Home Assistant dashboard and I don't have direct access to the machine. The ESPHome device builder is fantastic. This allows me to flash programs to an ESP32 device and create my own sensors. For example, if I connected a DHT sensor, that's a temperature and humidity sensor, to an ESP32, flashed it with ESPHome, I would then be able to access temperature and humidity from that sensor. I have a whole range of videos explaining how to build various sensors using ESPHome. Everything Presence Zone Configurator is really cool. The only thing is that you do need to have an Everything Presence sensor in order to use this. What it does is basically allows you to create different zones in your house. As you can see, I've got my kitchen over here and I've created the layout using the different segments from the system, and you can then see as people move around in the room and you can set up different zones using this graphical user interface. Frigate is an NVR that runs on your system. It basically manages your cameras and can produce alerts that can be pushed through to Home Assistant. It can read anything from faces to number plates in version 16. Hex is the Home Assistant community store. This allows you access to literally thousands of integrations built by Home Assistant users around the world. Always bear in mind that these are not supported by Home Assistant and you may have errors, but the amount of information here is just fantastic. Grocery is a great way of managing your groceries. It keeps an inventory of what you got and what you need to purchase. It even has things like recipes, meal plans, chores, battery alerts, and a whole lot more information. The Matter server is an absolute must if you want to connect any devices that are operating using the Matter protocol. Matter Bridge allows you to connect devices within Home Assistant to any other Matter-based platforms. The Mosquito Broker is a tool allowing you to connect Home Assistant to any devices that are operating MQTT. Music Assistant is your music manager within Home Assistant. This allows you to connect both to locally stored music and podcasts, but you can also access streaming platforms like Spotify and many more. If you're looking for graphical-based automations, then Node-RED is the place to start. This allows you to create all sorts of automations using this amazing graphical workflow editor. Ollama is a new one that's just been added to Home Assistant. This is quite cool. It actually allows you to add Ollama and then add your own small models to Home Assistant. I've tried running a few of these, but only the really tiny ones were able to run at a reasonable speed unless you've got good hardware. In order to connect Thread devices to Home Assistant, you'll need to run the Open Thread Border Router and connect a suitable radio to Home Assistant. Open Wakeword, Piper, and Whisper are all components that are required if you want to run local voice control with Home Assistant. The final one is Zigbee to MQTT. This is another way of connecting Zigbee devices to Home Assistant, and you'll generally find that with Zigbee to MQTT, you'll expose a lot more entities than with ZHA. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this short run through of my Home Assistant apps. Now, I've created videos on many of these apps, and I'll leave links in the description below so you can go to the individual videos to learn more about how these apps work. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.